Camera. Where's my camera? There we go. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah.
You're not live. What do you mean?
Oh.
Stop lying in your Discord server, mate.
I'm just dead then? Is that what that means?
No, you're just not live.
Oh.
You're a dud. You're not explosive. How are you doing?
I'm doing alright. Man, the other day I had just the highest quality guests. Just the very best. Oh yeah, but this morning, yeah, I joined a live and it went it was really bad.
Oh my god. I've got this dude who's followed me from live to live. And he thinks it's funny, like, oh, you got a bedtime. I don't. I was just being quieter at 1:30 in the morning to not be a dick and wake people up. And he took that as, oh, you got a bedtime. Like, mate, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm not going to be yelling.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Cole.
Hello, Fran.
Yeah, but this morning I joined a live and I got them all to crash the fuck out. And
It was
then they ended the
hysterical.
live, yeah. I'm getting better at rhetoric when I'm on my own. I'm like, okay, yeah, they keep bringing up freaking semantics. I'm like, yeah, I told you this. I do not fucking care about your semantic bullshit. I simply cannot.
Exactly.
I cannot find
Ryan,
less fucks to give. I've given enough fucks already in my life about the semantics of what a woman is.
do you want umpies, Amy? Hi, by the way. Also, hi, Ashlyn.
Oh, we got our philosopher or not a philosopher and Twitch chat.
How have you been, Ashlyn? I feel like I haven't asked that in a minute. I hope you've been hanging in there at the very least.
Hi.
Hello.
I've been really sick the past week, so the only time I've been on TikTok is with the Bible guy, and I've been sneezing the whole time with my mic muted.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, the only reason I even did that is because he's just went he quit his job to do it, so it's I'm not gonna miss it. How have y'all been?
Good.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen y'all in a while. I feel bad.
It's okay. I'm hanging in there, I guess. I'm having some health struggles, and I'm spending a shitload of time in my allergist office because I'm getting allergy shots, and I just got cluster shots, which they do one, or I'm getting 2 shots per thing. So I get a total of 8 pokes, and they do 1 wait 30 minutes, 2 wait 30 minutes, 3 wait 30, 4 wait 30, and then I get to go home. So those appointments are usually 3 hours I'm in the office. And I did that Tuesday, and then later today, I get to go in and get a shot, but it's my Xolair shot, which I'm really excited for because I'm getting itchies where I get my highs, and I saw a couple popped up yesterday for the first time in a while, and my Xolair shot's for that, but I get to wait another 2 hours after I get it. So I guess just busy with health stuff, but other than that, pretty good.
Oh, I bet there's reactions and stuff to that. I know allergies are no fun. Luckily, mine's gotten better with age, but when I was younger, I had similar stuff. Luckily, they didn't have any of that new stuff, though. I'm really happy that you have some sort of uh, or symptom alleviator or treatment. I don't know,
Yeah.
like a cure or something.
It lets your life be less shit. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Indeed.
That's all that
Oh,
really
yeah,
matters.
How about you, Snake Kitty?
Yeah, I was about to say hi, Snake, Solid Snake. I'm
Hi.
she, her.
Oh, does that beeping? Can you guys hear that beeping?
Cool. And say, Cole, you ever tried just not being allergic? It's a lot better than that, you know.
You know, that's kind of what the shots are trying to help with. Uh, we'll get there.
What is this with your
Fun
monotone
try harder.
speaking? Remember
Huh?
from this? Did you hear that this morning when that girl was like, "You're speaking in monotone"? It's like, yeah, because I'm a fucking autistic.
I wasn't there yet this morning when that
Oh,
happened, I don't think.
oh, I ripped into her because I'm like, yeah, I'm autistic. I don't always have the most wide range of vocal sounds.
Did I tell you about that time I went to get an allergy shot? It was just a normal, not a cluster, where you just get the 2 pokes and wait 30 minutes.
Are you
And she
okay?
goes, yeah, and I was like, yeah, I feel fine. And she goes, oh, you just look unwell. And I was like, this is just how I didn't actually say this. I didn't know how to respond. But I sat in the waiting room laughing the entire 30 minutes I had to stay because it was so funny.
I think to be
So
fair,
you
asking
don't
that.
sound
Oh, what? Go ahead.
monotone. Sorry. You don't sound monotone to me.
Me
I
neither.
I'm not always, but when I go on a rant, I can sometimes go into a monotone. It's I don't think I do it as much as I used to, but I definitely
maybe it's because I'm part of the neurodivergent gang.
Who knows?
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Um, it's when Stoat speaks, so I think somebody else has a stream on. Oh yeah, it's I don't know. I might be. Somebody has an echo here.
Is it echoing when? Because I'm the only one with my mic on. Keep speaking, still.
I think it's usually Cole, not to throw shade at you, Cole, but
It's good to
Nah,
know.
Cole. Wow, Cole. Can't believe
Mine's
it's you.
been.
It's always you, Cole.
Oh, it might be
Always you.
mine. Oh, it is mine. Okay, hold on.
I wonder if I could I might be able to actually do something that with that on my side at least. Potentially.
Okay,
I
I have a really great skill at losing things, but my like earbuds are one of them. I lose them consistently. I already had to buy a new pair because I couldn't find them. My first pair, and now I've lost the second pair. So I need to invest in earbuds so that echo doesn't happen. I apologize. I'll try to stay on mute when I'm not talking.
No, I think it was me. Oh, it is me. No, it's still there. Okay. Unless, can
well,
y'all hear that?
yeah, I can hear it still.
Yeah,
You're
I don't
echoey
know.
too, so it's not you.
I might need to update my app. So I'm gonna drop and go check that because this has been a problem on when I've been on the Bible Guys channel too. So hold on.
Why do
Hey,
I feel like I've been having the same issue? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
oh no, that's fine. I was gonna say, hey, Stotsky, it's so annoying when people are so monotone like this. You know, it's definitely such an issue. You totally cannot understand anything I'm saying via this.
The
Because my voice
validity of
is
your
so
monotone
monotonous that
argument
you do
is
not
not there.
understand a word.
Yeah.
My words just simply don't make any sense when I speak monotonous like this.
Want to see something
That can't be
magical?
valid.
Hello.
Oh, we have a
Goodbye.
face reveal! I have never seen what you look like before, so that is cool.
Yeah, I do have a camera, but it's kind of like I can
I did
disappear
not
behind
expect you
the.
to be bald, to be fair.
Go away, bald head! Go away, bald head!
Here come
I'm
the
not telling you to
bears.
go away, I'm just saying I didn't expect it.
Is it still here?
Holy shit!
I
I can see
wonder.
Stout. I shall just
I
be
know,
me
right?
then and
That's how I
just hold
feel,
my handheld
reclusive.
and.
Wait, does that mean you just cover your face and just show the bald spot? No, I'm joking. Just,
No, but my monitor sits up so high that like this really doesn't want to like aim down enough to do it. So
yeah, nah, that's fine, that's
we
fine.
can also have a. Oh oh oh! Hello, hello,
It,
stupid
it doesn't
camera
like it.
settings. Uh,
Oh, I think it is fixed. Okay. Oh no, I still have an echo.
You're not the only one, I
I think
fear.
it's some
here
sort
we
of
go.
glitch.
There's my PC. There's my mic setup. There's my actual microphone, and here's my clicky. That's my current PC though.
Stotsky, you would be so disappointed with me
Why?
because so what I did is I got two monitors and I hooked them up to my laptop, but I had to get HDMI to USB-C because I didn't have HDMI ports. But I have a yoga, so it folds all the way back, and I have it on a book stand. And I had it was a splitter with an HDMI, so I had to plug the charger into it, and I had that HDMI thing. You know how they're like a brick sitting
Yeah.
on top of the aluminum shell,
Mm-hmm.
and all that heat was redistributing back into my laptop, and I didn't know it for like 2 weeks.
Just a
My
fireball.
computer was so laggy. I was like, what is going on? Why is it lagging so much?
I actually have I have another computer underneath my desk. You can hear me kind of kicking it.
Guess how many he has total? It's insane.
Give me one.
125.
Okay, let me
Not
just
that
count.
insane.
Let me just count the ones that are within arm reach at this moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Give me one. I don't
Yes,
even
currently
have one. I
5.
have a laptop, and
I
that's it.
can
And the
see
laptop
a
is
6.
struggling.
I was about to say, there's at least another one in that room. I know there's at least 6.
Well, we have this one as well. And we have this one as well. So that's 3 handhelds. There's another handheld in this side.
Oh my god! How much money have you spent on electronics?
Let's see, there's another handheld.
Oh my god, I wish I could afford all that, buddy.
I actually got all the handhelds for free. Long story.
How the fuck?
Yeah, so like, this one when it came out, or the other one, the retro looking one was like $1,500 when I was down. 1,200. So.
Kitty.
I'm looking with envy.
At least I know I'm not the only person that holds their cat's head like a cheeseburger.
We do have a request.
Oh, this one's gonna be fun.
Yep, I've seen this name around.
Hello, hula hoop.
I've seen this person like 6 times I've spoke with them.
Yeah, I'm always right.
You are,
I'm
huh?
18 host. I'm an op. I'm always right when it comes to
Okay, we're gonna
transgender
pause.
being
We're
right.
gonna pause and ask for your age and pronouns
I
first,
just
please.
gave my age. I'm 18. Pronouns she her.
Okay, thank you.
So what are you right about?
Well, I guess I'm an op of the statement on the screen. I can't really read the full thing because some things are blocking it.
Yeah, that's what
Could you put it a bit to the left?
Yeah, that's what exactly I was doing because I've noticed this a few times. Shrink that a little bit, put it back.
The primary driver of anti-trans policies is not protection, but a profound failure to comprehend the life or death stakes of non-affirmation. So if people who, like a male who wants to be a woman or a girl, if they don't get the hormones and stuff, are you saying that they're gonna die?
No, not necessarily.
So why are you saying life or death stakes of non-affirmation? Also, if you have to affirm someone else's gender, then it's probably a delusion in their mind, you know? Even if everyone went to say...
I'm going to interrupt you there.
Ricky?
Yeah.
Alright.
No major medical
Interrupt you.
organization thinks that being transgender is a delusion in any sense of the word anymore.
Well, they're lying to you.
Not only that,
people.
not only that.
They're lying to you.
You not only that. Hula, do you know you just told that some cisgender women who need affirmation, or cisgender men who need affirmation. I mean, you know that there are men that walk around all tough that want women to tell them and affirm to them how manly they are. And
It's just
women
insecurity. They're
go
still a man.
legitimately go get enlargements in their
They're
breasts.
still a woman.
But you just described them as delusional as well.
If you're completely flat, you're still a woman. You're just
but that's not okay.
woman.
I don't. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You just described a situation in which also includes cisgender individuals of being delusional.
It's
Just
not delusion, though.
What, not liking your boob size?
You're an adult human female.
Listen,
so
we need to do the talking stick thing apparently with Hula as well.
Huh?
You need to wait for other people to finish speaking, and then once they don't have the talking stick anymore, if it's your time to respond and they're not passing it off to somebody else to add to what they've said, then you can speak, okay? But please either stay muted or stay quiet when other people are speaking. You can do it, I promise.
Your friend said I got to interrupt, so double standards here.
Well, yeah, because
your friend is a mod, so...
Yeah, this is my thing. Also, I will interrupt you if you're saying that it's a delusion when no major medical organization agrees with you on that. Like, that is just something that I regularly...
Hula, the host wasn't done speaking. The host wasn't done speaking.
Well, your friend interrupted me, so...
Yeah, because I am going to interrupt you if you're spreading something like that. That is just clearly should be corrected if no major medical organization agrees with you.
They're lying to you, trans people.
Listen, Hula, I'm just going to clarify this for you once, make sure you hear it. we will interrupt for misinformation. And if you have backing, if you have evidence and studies that you want to bring up, if we are spreading misinformation, if you actually have evidence backing it, feel free to interrupt us for that. But if you don't have evidence, don't do it.
When it comes to medical organizations, they're literally, I see throughout history, medical organizations have done questionable things. Like I was even reading, so they're lying to trans people now. I know you disagree with that, but they've lied to people throughout medical history. For example, somewhere in the 1900s, they infected black men with syphilis.
Yep.
And lied to them. Said it was something else and let them. It was very experimental.
So did you hear what the Japanese and Germans did in World War II? It's gonna be a
Yeah,
shocker when you learn about that if you've never known.
experiments.
Yeah, like actual experiments, and then the US
Yeah.
government was like, yeah, if you give us this information, we won't like prosecute you as badly for war crimes.
So how can you trust medical organizations with all the things that they do?
Hula. So that was called the Tuskegee experimentation. And two, the fact is that I do trust healthcare organizations.
Why?
Do you not ever? You've never used medicine?
I have, but
You
I'm still
do trust-
questioning the
And people
NHS
fucking
and
talk
American.
besides you. I know
It wasn't that
you
long
like to.
ago.
I know you like to hear yourself speak. I understand that. Bigots
Why?
normally do.
What's wrong with that exactly?
We're gonna just, I'm gonna give you some rules so that we can all understand each other as well, real quick. Just some baseline things. A lot of folks that are on the panel or are watching are neurodivergent. That means when we're speaking over each other, we can't hear each other. Also, people who are using speech to text can't get what you guys are talking about if you're speaking over each other. So again, talking stick, one at a time. If a question is asked of you, you can answer it and then let the other person finish their point. Go ahead again. Just please try to keep the over talking to a minimum, at least.
I never ever think of people who are using speech to text ever. Like, why are you thinking about that? Like, I doubt someone on here is using speech to text.
We have a friend who frequently watches our lives that uses speech to text. And other people could be here, you just don't know, that use it. So let's like be inclusive here.
I've also several. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say I also upload these to YouTube, and YouTube doesn't like it when it has to try to create transcripts for both, for like multiple people speaking at once. So yeah, that's going to be another aid. Yeah.
Yeah, I have issues when people also talk over each other. I can't do conversations like that, and I use text to speech or the excuse me, the oh my god, my brain words, the
speech to text.
Yeah, I use that all the time because I have an issue with hearing. Many people, it's actually almost as common as ADHD. I could be wrong on that. It's fairly common to have something called auditory processing disorder. My little sister has it. Likely my dad as well, but he was an older generation. Auditory processing disorder is an extremely common disorder to have. And by you doing and saying these things, it's really not affirming that you are a compassionate individual who love. Very. But anyways, I'm going to go on. So even if I had distrust for the medical institutions, I have an ability to lean on the data. The data are not going to be able to lie, and the data do support the endeavor that it doesn't even matter if it's a trans individual, if it's a cis individual, that gender affirmation saves lives.
Yeah, but it's not. Nothing is being affirmed. Nothing is being affirmed to this individual who is cis. Trans person, yeah, they're affirming what I call a delusion, and you don't. But like with a cis individual.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were finished.
Well, no, we will still interrupt for misinformation, and you need to back that it's a delusion if you're going to keep using that term.
You think it's misinformation. I don't. Okay, most people believe it's a delusion. Your guys' opinion is
No, it's
very
not about belief, it's
small.
about science. You need to bring us evidence before you keep using that word.
That's why I keep on saying that the medical organizations cannot be trusted. Like they've
So you're
experimented on
saying you have no
people.
evidence?
I'm saying that the medical organizations that you guys trust, you
Yes
guys
or no? Are you saying you have no evidence?
It's the same medical organizations
No,
that
because
created
where this quote
vaccines.
unquote evidence is coming from is from medical
I'm
organizations that
not
are doing
asking about our evidence. I'm asking
experimental.
about your evidence for your claim
I'm
that it's a
saying that
delusion.
your guys' quote unquote evidence is coming from
I'm not
medical
I'm not asking about
organizations.
that, Hula.
That's
I'm
not
asking
true.
about your evidence.
I
You do
do.
not
Hula,
have any.
I
That's the
don't have
point.
any because
Hula,
your guys'
Hula,
You
evidence.
don't have the talking stick.
you're also still spreading misinformation. A vast
Seriously.
majority of data do not come from medical organizations. They come from institutions, especially within America, which are generally private, and they're
Which
not
cannot be
funded outside of
trusted.
that. You don't think you can trust. So now it's not just turned it on the medical institutions because of their failings and tremendous behavior in an overall actually well-behaved medical system, where yes, there are biases, there are issues, but as of 2025, for the most part, you can trust a vast majority of the data. But now it's also private institutions that just have researchers that, by the way, generally these PhD make between $60,000 a year for some of the most rigorous academic and challenging work. But they are corrupt. That makes no sense. It just when you don't like facts, you just make up conspiracies because you have not put in a second of time to support the bigotry in which you spew.
Okay, I'll address the first thing you said. So you say that it's a conspiracy, but people thought that the syphilis and the black men thing was a conspiracy until there was so much evidence about it, and people trusted these medical organizations then. People trust these medical organizations and institutions now. There's nothing different. There's nothing new under the sun. They're experimenting now, and they were experimenting then, and you don't want to believe it. You say, "Oh, it's a
Do
conspiracy,"
you have
but any
evidence? Do
most
you have
what
evidence for a
the
conspiracy?
syphilis thing and black men
That
thing.
is not evidence towards a new conspiracy about trans individuals, where trans individuals are coming out and saying, "Hey, I want this type of research done. I want this done." I don't think you can adversely you can't secretly experiment on a person who wants to be a part of a study. Like, what kind of conspiracy is going on when the person is openly consenting to it? Like, the
Because
problem with the Tuskegee experiments were the fact that they were not aware of what experimentation was going on with them. There are other problems, but that was like that was the core issue of it. It was a secret experiment done to black individuals specifically without their consent, but trans individuals are saying, "Hey, I've had this process done. I've been affirmed, and it helps me. It saves my life." So it can't be an experiment for that part.
well, it's not life saving because they'll still be alive even if they live as a man or a woman. They're
What
just
what are
changing.
what are the SI rates of individuals? You don't know because you've never actually bothered to look.
Yeah, but it's not guaranteed that they're gonna unalive if they don't get
Now,
these
now
procedures
you have
done.
to. Now you have been thoroughly debunked on your claim, so you have to walk it back, and you have to draw to a smaller claim in order to represent the bigotry in which you're spewing.
You
No,
guys
the
always use
data.
these terms:
The,
bigotry, turf, transphobe, but people laugh at these
Okay,
things
I
like
know
they
you
mean
don't want
nothing.
me.
Like,
I know you don't want me to directly attack your argumentation because it makes you look bad, but I'm not going to let you veer off into another conversation. The fact
I
is
was just saying that trans women
you
aren't
don't
women.
have
That's what
any
we're talking
data.
about.
You don't have any data to support the claims in which you're making. So you're doing everything. You're flailing right now. in order to not
No,
address
I'm
them.
not. I'm just
So I
saying that
need
puberty blockers, these
evidence.
procedures,
I need evidence.
they're very much experimental. Even bottom surgery is experimental.
I need evidence that the original claim that it is not life or death stakes for non-affirmation for trans individuals, that there is not a major risk that is significant as compared to the cisgender population.
Well, there are people who have detransitioned who they're still alive. You know, they haven't.
There is more regret in knee surgery.
In knee surgery? Why are you talking about knee surgery?
Because if you compare, because that's how we look at this type of data. When we look at data, we see that knee surgery has a higher regret rate than
Why
trans
would you
individuals.
regret getting a knee surgery if you need your knees to be
Can you
fixed?
not cut Ashlyn off, please?
The fact is that every claim you make, we've thoroughly looked into. And Ula, I don't know why you
I'm
don't
saying that
understand
the
why people may
medical
regret surgery.
organizations cannot be trusted, and you're
You
like, we
I mean, they've okay. So you can say that they're not being they can't be trusted, but it's the medical organizations that have basically prevented half of all human deaths that would be happening today from happening, from
like the
preventable
bubonic.
diseases. Yeah, the bubonic plague, mosquito-borne diseases of all flavors, and much more. It is the medical organizations who came up with vaccines using the scientific method in order to figure out how to save lives. It's the same process. So it clearly works for something.
But now we're doing like, I know you still don't think it's a delusion, but if a grown man thinks that he is a woman, what makes him a woman?
Does it matter?
You guys even say, oh, trans individuals who haven't had any HRT or surgery, they're still women, you know?
Yeah,
But what
say,
makes them women?
First person subjective experience.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay, so what is a woman-like experience then?
Why
Because like,
does? Can I ask you? Does
We're
it
not
matter?
we're not
experience
getting
having
into semantics.
periods, huh?
Yeah, it
We're not
doesn't.
getting into semantics.
And because it
A
simply doesn't
woman,
matter
it's
at
a
the end of the
very
day.
personal experience. What a woman is different for everybody
And
because not everybody experiences the same thing.
So what would that look like?
I don't want to
Like,
interject, but if we can either wrap this point up, or if Summer has something to say on this point, give her the talking stick for a bit, and then Ender asks next. I just want to make sure everyone gets a chance to speak is all.
No, that makes sense. I can pass it off to someone else.
Amy after Ender.
because they're saying, I feel like a woman, but what does that feel like?
So I'm gonna start off from the base here because I was in a call, so I don't know what you were talking about. So let's start from the very beginning here. So Hula, what does it mean to be transgender?
When your gender identity, like your gender identity is not corresponding, it's not aligning with your sex assigned at birth, as you love to say, assigned at birth.
That's the actual correct scientific terminology. So
You don't,
why are
even if you
you
don't assign it, it's still there. It's still the objective reality, you know.
interesting? So at birth, what do they observe?
Well, I'm gonna talk about the typical traits of females and males, but it's usually like a vagina and a vulva, and then they say, okay, this person is female, and then if they see a penis and testes, then they're like, okay, this person is male. But I know there are persons who are out of that category. You know, the mutations, the abnormalities, intersex peoples, but they're still female or male. They just have some
Right, but what's
abnormalities.
observed? But I'm asking you for specifically what is observed at birth.
Typically within the 97% of people, it's for a female vulva, and the vulva will lead to the vagina and then the uterus, and then for the males, it's balls and a penis.
Try again one more time.
You
One
just
more time.
asked me.
Let's
I
try
just
again.
answered your question. Why are you asking again? Do you have a problem?
Well, I'm gonna say let's try again. What is observed at birth?
Baby, what do you want me to say?
It is a
What do
phallus.
you want me to say?
It is
Because
a
you've asked me
phallus.
this question
I'm,
3
I'm
times. Do you
telling
have
you
a
right now. It
problem?
is a phallus, and if it's 3 centimeters or
Okay,
longer, then
Latin
they're tip.
major.
Oh, are you
I'm
not
saying
gonna let me?
penis.
Are you not gonna let me respond?
Yeah, because you interrupted first. So you're saying phallus. It's also penis. You don't need to say fancy words.
Because
Phallus
she's
is
Medical
a
so
word.
dumb. Can you
terminology,
let her
dude.
finish
Oh,
her sentence, Hula?
Phallus is a
Yeah,
fancy
but
word
isn't it
now.
like Latin? You're using these Greek
you
as if
didn't
it was
interrupt the
rejected.
host, and you don't seem to be interrupting anyone with like a deeper voice, and yet you've interrupted Ashlyn time and time again, and Summer time and time again. So I need you to just like cool it enough to let people finish speaking, please.
So specifically, what is looked for is a phallus that is 3 centimeters or more than, and that's what's typically going to be assigned male at birth, and a vulva, which is typically going to be assigned
Is
female
that
at
not
birth.
what I just said?
No, because you're trying to add additional things to it. Because, for example, when it comes to testicles can take several weeks to even months to descend.
Okay, it's just I have been present at 3 births in my lifetime, and in all babies, I've seen
Your
testicles.
source, trust me, bro. Got it.
Yeah, it's personal experience. Is you being
And
women
why
not
should we take your
personal
anecdotes?
experience?
And why should we take
Huh?
your anecdote when it comes to scientific
Why should I believe
discussions?
that you're a woman because you speak in a high voice?
Okay, then what are transgender women?
Why are you asking me that? We just went over this.
Did you just direct your speech towards another person on the panel to
Just
add hateful comments?
just
How
hold
is it
on.
hateful? Is it
Just
hurting you?
Ashlyn, I appreciate it. I got this. So
A
Hula,
trans woman is someone who is assigned male at birth and they experience gender dysphoria from, and then they wanna
oh,
then
is gender
what?
dysphoria required to be transgender?
I've heard like some trans individuals say it's not, but
Literally in the DSM, it says it's not required to be transgender, it's not the same as being transgender, and it is not limited to transgender individuals.
okay, so if you don't have gender dysphoria and you're getting like HRT and stuff,
You would need a diagnosis for gender dysphoria to be covered for
okay, so
insurance. And so,
being trans is
okay, you're
when
gonna
your
interrupt. Got
gender
it.
identity
You didn't even
doesn't
let me finish.
correspond with your
You did not let me finish, Hula. When it comes to like getting a gender dysphoria diagnosis and getting covered for gender affirming care, then yes, you do need a gender dysphoria diagnosis. However, that is not saying that it is the same as being transgender, nor is it required to be transgender.
Okay, bro. There are only 2 genders, yeah? Man and
Interesting.
woman. But
So
the LGBTQ say,
that's a
oh,
really nice
there's like
deflection,
7
Hula, but we're
genders
gonna get
here.
back to that's a really nice deflection, Hula, but we're gonna get back to the topic here.
Because you
So
saying
let me ask you.
transgender,
Let
transgender,
me
transgender.
let me ask you.
There's only
Is
2 genders.
are transgender women a category of women or men?
Men.
Oh,
But I'm
according
wrong,
to
am
what
I
supporting
now?
evidence from which medical or scientific institution?
We've just went over this. I don't trust them.
You don't trust them, so you're just willfully ignorant.
It's
Got it.
very much experimental. We're just talking
Experimental
about
in what
like
way?
because puberty blockers is experimental. Bottom surgery,
Puberty blockers have been
experimental.
used. Puberty blockers are primarily used in cisgendered individuals. What are you talking about?
They've been used
Yeah,
for
it's
decades.
puberty blockers are not just used because you don't want to hit puberty, yeah, but they're used because in trans individuals because they don't
But you're
want to
not
go through the
substantiating your claim
puberty.
here. You're running from your claim.
You
No, I asked you earlier. Are transgender women a subcategory of women or men? And you said men. Cool. Great. You can make that claim. Please provide evidence for this claim.
because there's what makes them woman.
Not,
Nothing. They're
by the way,
assigned male at birth.
nice burden
They're
shift,
grown. They're
Hula.
18
Hula. What
plus.
you just tried to do there is called burden shifting. So
Okay, I'm
you
not shifting. I'm answering your question now. So trans women. You want me to answer the question, don't you? So
That was an
your
accident on
finger.
my part. I do apologize.
Is your finger just like it just needs to press it,
get back to the topic, Hula.
the reflex? Anyways, so there's nothing that makes transgender women women. I mean, I know you would disagree, but I'm explaining. The men because the
Provide a medical or scientific institution as
I
well as
s-
their
we
supporting
just went
evidence
over
that
this
supports
summer. What
this.
did I say about the medical and scientific institutions?
And
I
that you're
don't
willfully
trust
ignorant.
them.
You don't
They are
sure you don't trust them. You
experimenting.
don't trust them based on what metrics?
Because they experiment on trans individuals all the time. Trans
In what
doesn't even
way?
make any sense. Gender identity is a social construct.
Interesting.
Man,
Yeah, I have evidence that shows that it is a neuropsychosocial schema. Why are you running from this?
I'm not running. Like what we're
You're trying to
talking
say that it's
about.
just a social construct. Gender identity is not. Gender expression is a social construct. Gender identity in and of itself is a neuropsychosocial schema.
Yeah, but it's just a feeling, literally. I know
A
you're going
feeling.
to
Oh,
use
do you have
all of
evidence to
these.
support this?
Huh?
Do you have evidence to support this?
It's more than just a feeling. It's definitely deeply ingrained into individuals.
Because we can
So
actually
my
let me pull up
my
my PMID
grandma's
here. Hold on.
calling me.
Yeah,
Give me a sec. My
ID
grandma's calling me. My grandma's calling me. I'll be
5329908.
gone for 2 minutes. My
So
grandma's calling me.
Hula.
My
I'm
grandma's
gonna pull
calling
up
me. I'll be gone for 2
PMID 3.
minutes.
Hula, I'm gonna pull up PMID 3932 or sorry 3532998, and it's gonna show you here that transgender women's brains are going to be shifted towards their gender identity, and actually it will show you that they are closer to cisgendered women's than cisgender men are, and the sample size includes trans individuals that have not undergone hormone replacement therapy. So, do you have any evidence to the contrary, Hula?
I don't know if you heard them, but or her. Sorry, we did get her pronouns. I did specifically ask for that. But she said she had a call from her grandma. I'll be back in 2 minutes. So,
Okay, then I'm going to go use the restroom here, and I'll be back in 2 minutes.
all right.
So, whoever wants to take over.
I don't know if it's a good time for Amy to make a couple points, or if you want to wait until she's back as well. Your call. Just want to throw that out there.
I just want to.
I'm here. I think. Oh, sorry.
No. You had your hand raised. I apologize.
I guess the biggest thing that I still can't wrap my mind around is not trusting healthcare organizations. I mean, yes, those experiments did happen and they were very bad. But I think the biggest point is, do you know how much that has changed over years and how the understanding of humans have evolved greatly? They're not doing that anymore. I
Okay,
mean,
I'm
they
back.
probably could be.
Yeah, they probably
But-
could be. They probably are.
Do you have the
But-
talking stick, Hula? I don't think so. Go ahead, Amy.
But healthcare organizations have evolved over many years with better understanding of people. And, I mean, you can still distrust them, but I think saying that they're invalid when they have a lot of remarkable research and a lot of remarkable evidence of different things, and saying that it's invalid doesn't make sense, especially I'm trying not to be rude, but it doesn't make sense that you're saying that their research is invalid when you can't even bring up your own evidence to support your claims.
There, I just excreted a better argument than what she had.
Can I give I can
Iconic.
give the talking stick back to you, by the way. I know you were talking before me. I just that was inside me for like a while. I was like, what?
May I ask
And she looks.
a question to them? Her, sorry.
My pronouns are she, her.
Yeah, may I ask a Hula question, please?
Sure.
Just kind of on Amy's point. Hula, do you brush your teeth? Hula.
Yeah, I do.
you-
I use Euphonol toothpaste. It's pink.
So you do.
Yeah, I
So-
brush my teeth twice a day.
Okay, cool.
I use floss, mouthwash.
Oh wow! So what is the difference
I haven't
between
been to the
this?
dentist in a while, but I do go if I need to.
Okay, so but what is your rationale between believing that will help dental erosion, if not the medical industry? So why is it that you pick and choose?
I mean, my
certain-
mother taught me that, you know.
So what if
So-
your mother taught you from transgender people's like identities?
To To what trans people's
To
activities?
affirm
I didn't.
them, just to be respectful to them.
There are things that my mother has taught me that I've realized are wrong, like some racist things. But the toothpaste thing, I mean, my mouth is pretty good. You know, I go to the dentist all the time, and they
This
say
isn't
everything is
about your mouth.
fine.
Don't really care about your mouth. The point is that
I mean, you were
in
asking
order
me if I brush my teeth, so I'm just
yeah,
letting you know.
I just needed a yes or no. The point of this being is that in order for us to form beliefs, we have to have sound reasoning to form those beliefs. And the fact is that you don't operate your life in the medical distrust. You operate your life in medical trust until it disagrees with your worldview. And then you have to form cognitive dissidence around that and justify why it is I am denying this one medical fact over all the rest of the ones that you use.
But actually, even when there are doctors and stuff who come up against this trans ideology or whatever you want to call it, then you guys say, "Oh, they're just biased. Their research
who?
doesn't matter."
Like
Because I
who?
found a website once yesterday, actually.
Like who?
These 5 doctors. I just looked at it once, and I spoke to some trans individual about it, and she was like,
Okay,
If you're
"Oh,
hold
going to
on.
they're not
talk
making
about a
any
study,
sense.
bring the
Hold
study
on.
up.
They're just biased." Yeah,
Hold
I'll bring
on.
it
If
up.
you're
Hula,
going
what?
to talk about a study, bring it up.
Yeah, I'll
please,
bring it up.
please bring that website.
There are doctors that
Um,
virtually deny every medical claim. Still, there are doctors that deny toothpaste. I guarantee you can find them out there. There are doctors that actually I know there are plenty of doctors that deny toothpaste because of fluoride. There are plenty of doctors that deny plenty of things. There is not 100% consensus in every field. That is not how it works. So you're going to still have to justify that claim because there are plenty of like I know doctors that say that giving people chocolate is worse than having people SMOKE. I've
maybe they were
seen it
just
on my
joking.
social media. No, it is a legitimate thing.
Maybe
So
they were
Hula,
just
can I
joking. I
please
don't
get
know.
that
That sounds
website?
ridiculous. Huh?
So, Hula, can I please get that website?
I actually don't even trust it myself. I mean, that was the one thing that I agreed with that trans person. You know, it was 5 doctors who they didn't seem that I could trust them. You know, that's my
There's
opinion.
plenty of doctors who've done fucked things to kids in the Department of Sexology. Like there's people like Zucker who we know who led the field for many years, but we know now that just caused like irreparable harm to individuals. And instead of talking to the people that he harmed, we still listen to what he said.
Damn. Messed up world. Uh,
So yeah, there are doctors that oppose it. They're just
okay.
they hurt individuals, and we know it now. And they're like so that yeah, they're still medical doctors, and a lot of what they say outside of the field is fine. But within the field, they tend to be pretty bigoted and have some pretty nasty ideas, based off of outdated research.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so I guess you could show me your sources if you want, but I have a gist of what they're gonna say, like trans people's identities are valid.
Okay, I literally showed a study here, PMID 353299908, which shows that transgender women's brains are closer to their gender identity.
So like they have woman-like brains, is that what you're saying? I've spoken to someone about this before. Um,
Hula,
yeah.
what does the study say?
Oh, you're saying that the transgender individuals have brains that are like their gender identity, which gender
They're closer
identity is
to their
just
gender
an
identity.
internal sense of self. So what the heck does that
Hula,
mean?
you're strawmanning the study.
Well,
Someone,
what the hell is strawmanning? Like,
You have the big box summer if you want it.
I'm gonna explain it to you. So, what it's showing here is that there has samples of cisgender men, cisgender women, and transgender individuals. Mind you, these transgender individuals are not medically affirming themselves yet. These are trans individuals that have not undergone any sort of medical intervention yet. And they've shown that they have a unique brain phenotype that is still closer to cisgender women than cisgender men's are.
It's literally in the middle.
Yes, and what did I just tell you?
Brain sex index
Hula, what
But
did I just tell you?
is closer to the sex that they want.
That's not what I said.
Like it's closer to their gender identity or something. Like it's closer to
Then
cis-
can you just admit that you weren't listening?
I was listening.
Okay, then what did I say?
The transgender woman's brains are closer to the sex that they are aiming for or something like that.
No, that is a straw man. They're closer to their gender identity than cisgendered men's are.
But why does gender identity matter here? Gender is literally just
This is copium, Hula. This is copium on your part. Because I'm able to provide peer-reviewed evidence in the form of
but
a
I'm
PMID.
actually want to talk about something.
Stop
Why does
interrupting.
gender identity
Hula, stop
matter?
interrupting. So I'm able to provide a PMID of peer-reviewed research from National Library of Medicine, PubMed Central. Why can you not do the same for yourself?
Because what? Wait, scroll it back down, please.
PMID 353-29908, as I've shown several times now, shows that they have a unique brain phenotype that is closer to cisgender women than cisgender men's are.
That graph literally, like, I don't even.
Repeat back what I just told you.
Their brains are closer to the unique phenotype of.
They have a
Gender.
unique brain phenotype that is closer to their gender identity than cisgendered men's are.
So trans women's brains are different to cis women's brains.
And they're different to cisgendered men's brains, which puts them closer to cisgender women than cisgender men's brains are.
Oh,
and mind you, like I mentioned, this is
very
the samples in
interesting.
this.
It's very interesting.
The
I'm
samples
looking
in
at
this hula, the samples in this, even the trans women that were used in this study, they were not medically affirming themselves. This is pre-medical intervention.
Okay, I'm no neurologist, but what does brain sex index mean?
It's essentially a way that they came up to measure. I'm sure that Winter has a better understanding of it, but essentially to. Oh, sorry, Summer. Well, it says Summer and Winter, so. Oh, okay. That explains it. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I didn't realize that. But yeah, it's.
Group differences are estimated in the brain sex. X-axis refers to three groups. The y-axis displays the estimated brain sex. 0 equals average female, 1 equals average male. Data are displayed as violent plots for cisgender men blue, transgender women pink, and cisgender women red. It's to show the gray center of each violin contains the values between the 25th and the 75th percentiles, and the 24 black oval markers correspond to the 24 brains in each individual group. So, Hula, do you have evidence to the contrary to the study? And you can be like, well, I don't trust them because
no, that is very interesting.
Oh no, let me finish. You can say I don't trust them because of the Tuskegee experiments. However, you can say that, but then you would also need to provide peer-reviewed evidence from that time period that shows the benefits of injecting syphilis into African American individuals.
There was no benefit to doing that. It was just.
I never said that there was. However, you're trying to make an equivalency here between today's research, which I'm showing you as peer-reviewed evidence, compared to something that was an experiment from back then. Great. Please provide the same level of evidence that they had for this particular experiment back in the 1900s.
I just want to side note, we have IRB boards now, and so institutional review boards. We have like a massive amount of like processes that you have to actually go to get studies approved. That's one note. And the second note is that I just briefly saw that, but your Cohen's D effect size is actually P is less than 0.0001, which indicates like high statistical significance too. So that was the second one that I just noticed too. Just side notes.
Who knows? Maybe you guys are right and all this stuff, and I'm actually wrong. It's just when I'm out and about, when I do see trans women, I'm not gonna lie, they look like men in dresses, and that is just appearance. But I'm like, okay, so you're giving me all of this evidence, and like, I guess I don't really have any evidence to counteract your evidence. Um, and what you're saying is pretty like kind of rational. Um, I mean, not say, I'm
But
not
you
saying
said at
that.
the very beginning here that you are always right on this.
Yeah, because even after I like finish these debates, um, like I said, I see trans women, and not all of them, very few of them. Like I see your profile pic, are the few, like one of the very few, or whoever that is. I don't know if that's you. One of
That
the
is
very
me.
few trans women that I would say look like women, but then
Well,
um
I just need to
when I'm
interrupt for
out and about,
relevancy here. Like, what does passability politics have to do with it, and why do we need to
I'm not talking
bring
Not
that
to
about
into
mention
place?
politics. I
passability.
never talk about politics.
Not to
Well,
mention passability hurts all women, trans women and cisgendered women alike, and typically
absolutely.
it's cisgender women that are getting hurt by it.
Yeah, I know a couple of I know a lot of I know a couple of cis women who like they have masculine features, but I can still tell that they're women. But then some trans women who I immediately see them click, that is a trans woman. Like that is a yeah.
I guarantee you at least like 70% of the time you're wrong when you think that.
Also, like people can detransition and then they say that they're not trans anymore. Were
Well,
they
hold
never
on.
trans?
How do you know these people are trans? Are you checking their pants? Because that's
Well,
weird.
they said that they were trans, and you can visibly see the trans men that detransition
You
that they have been taking testosterone. They have that nasally, whiny
Have
testosterone
detransitioned.
voice.
If they have detransitioned, they're likely not transgender. However, oftentimes those that do detransition, they do it for various reasons, including accessibility to their care, social stigmas that they've had to deal with regarding like family, friends, so on and so forth, and oftentimes retransition later in life.
Yeah, isn't there's the like a famous study that's says out of the like 2% that detransition, only like 0.6% of that is people who or actually figure out they're not trans and
Yeah, I have give me a second. It's I actually know where there's some of the studies are. Um, a lot of the people who actually undergo any sort of like surgery, they tend to be some of the people who have the lowest like regret rates. And when they do mention um, yeah, so a study of that looked over 17,000 respondents that pursued gender affirmation. Only 13% had a history of detransitioning, and when asked why, 82 cited at least one external factor, and 16 decided, or 16% cited at least one internal factor. External factors being things like getting a job, pressure from family, pressure from spouse or parents, or because of harassment. Um, and yeah, so there's a number of reasons why um, like they would actually even cite like why they would retransition. It simply is more complex than looking at retransition rates. It's like if you were to ask people who win the lottery why the people who regret winning the lottery why they regret it. It's probably not just because of the money. It's because of what the money did to them and other things such as like social pressures when you get money, that people all of a sudden treat you differently, and that like it's hard to have good friends if all of a sudden you have a bunch of people who just want you for your money. So it's really something that you have to look at in depth at the facts of why people are doing what they are doing before you can really get a good idea of what's happening essentially.
still here. I'm just doing something.
Oh, good. But yeah, we have lots of evidence that goes over like detransition rates, and a lot of it is the older studies from like the 70s are just awful for a number of reasons, partially due to changing definitions of what they would consider a diagnosis. It got harder to get a diagnosis as time has gone on. It used to only be that you had to show like basically persistent. It was a little bit more than just persistent gender nonconformity behavior. But now it's to the point where you have to show distress due to essentially how you feel inside your body. Um, Friends, you there? Anybody?
I'm listening.
Okay.
I just got back, sorry.
Lil disappeared into the void.
Everybody was swallowed. Just
Yeah, yeah. This subject has, even in the last 5 years, um, gained a massive amount of data that I think we can say with virtual certainty, um, that affirmation is the best case scenario, Hula. And I don't think you understand how robust the data pool is. That this is not like, we're not in the pilot stage of research anymore. This is past uh, that period.
Okay.
and like
Yes.
I can agree with you that is still like experimentation, quote unquote, going on, but it's more of just looking at what works and what doesn't. And we do it mostly starting out with adults who are very well going to be informed. Hey, this is something we don't know what might happen, especially like with new drugs and stuff. It's something that people will always be told potentially what happens, and some people do get hurt. And it's really unfortunate that this kind of has to happen in order for us to try to understand what these medications do. But we start out with like animal testing usually before we go to humans, and we really work hard. Like the scientific community really works hard to minimize the impact on people that we have.
Yeah, I've worked in research, Hula. Um, just FYI, it is like just to even actually interact with like rat specimens, and I don't really like to call them that, but that is technically the reference. You have to actually undergo several hours and courses on how to like handle specifically not just animals, but the specific animal that you're working with in research. And this is just for lab research. When it comes to humans as well, to be a part of that, you still have to, and this is just for like, I remember in college, like one of the studies that we worked on was just asking someone questions and trying to get like a minor stress um, feel that, and we had to undergo IRB training for that, or that just to be a part of it. They have to pass boards. They like I think, and then not only on top of that, to get peer reviewed is an extremely extensive process that takes months. The like research is nowhere near what it was uh, when the Tuskegee experiments took place. Um, it's just, and we have so many like statistics to the maths behind them have become massive. Like I can't explain to you how much we have learned about data and how to indicate like risk factors and things like that. To you, you don't understand because you don't see the behind the scenes. Like you don't even probably understand what statistical significance is or what a
I
power.
do. I actually do. I like science.
Ashlyn, I don't believe you were done speaking. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, yeah. What is statistical significance then, Hula?
Like, if you look at the statistics, you have to make correlation,
No,
causation.
what is statistical significance? That is a
Well,
specific term that
statistics
has
are
it.
important to know
What
if
is
there is a.
statistical significance? I'm going to ask you one more time. What is specifically the phrase referring to if I say, hey, these results yield statistical significance?
Well, like, if a
I'm
study
just going
is
to tell you.
real,
I'm just going
like,
to tell. No, no. The statistical significance means that we did not find the likelihood of finding this by chance is to whatever p-value indicated.
I was gonna say that.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, like if we
Also, why do
sorry.
people of the LGBTQIA plus keep on adding more letters?
Okay,
Letters.
listen. The plus has always existed, and we just like to represent. That's why. But I'm gonna butt in really quickly with two things. One, I have to leave in 5 minutes, so I'm gonna ask this
no.
question here in a second. Two, I vote Stoat to be the judge at Astrid's Kitty's trial.
Oh God, why
We've
me?
been because we have a bailiff, we have an attorney with the suing party, we have an attorney with the cat. We gotta get it all figured out here. Anyways, my question for you before I scoot here in a few minutes, Hula, is what sex and/or gender do you think that I am?
You never know nowadays, but I think that I'm just gonna make a random guess. Yeah. Are you a trans man or
I don't know. What am I? I'm asking you.
are you a trans man? I might be wrong. I'm just guessing. You never know
Is
nowadays.
that your guess?
Mm, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. What
Okay.
are you? Why don't you just tell me? Like, I could do that
Okay, you
mind game with
personally,
you. Why can't we just be
here
honest as
here
a
you go, Hula.
society?
You actually did say earlier that sometimes you can tell and sometimes you can't. And
I
if
was meaning like in person, yeah. When I'm talking to trans individuals, when I'm going to school with these
I got
trans
this, Astrid.
individuals.
Yeah, so my point is that I will actually give that to you because I think that's a good perspective to have, to know that you cannot always tell, especially when it's just somebody's voice. I'm trans non-binary, to answer your question. So there you go. Now you know.
Do you know
That's why
how I
I
can
answered it, is
tell?
because you were
And this
respectful.
is gonna sound a bit offensive, but with a trans man, they use or like trans non-binary, whatever you want to call it. They have this
Trans
when
non-binary is very
someone who is
diverse, and it's
assigned
definitely
female
not
at
man
birth
or
is
woman, just to be clear.
when someone who is assigned female at birth is taking testosterone. I'm not even trying to be rude, but their voice has like this nasally, whiny tone. Um, it just sounds like a teenage boy. Like, yeah.
Well,
Okay, I
sometimes
mean,
there's a number of like
that's your
speech
thought.
patterns, even with like even just with like within the gay community. There's been studies about like linguistics of individuals who identify as gay, and there's studies that have shown that they purposely speak differently to like out themselves to each other, so it's easier to like figure out who's gay and who's not. So it wouldn't surprise me
I love
if
this.
it's not something that they
That's so
do.
good.
They do it subconsciously.
Yeah, they literally can't help it. Like, I have a gay friend who is on this live right now.
Oh, delay. Yeah, it's code switching. That's exactly what it is.
Literally,
It's
we've known each other since we were kids. They literally can't help it. They've spoken gay for as long as I remember. Do you want to come up, bro? Can they come up?
What would
Also,
you tell me?
Astrid, I'm sorry. I just need to say you look gorgeous. I have to go now. Love you all. Bye.
Oh,
Except
thank
the
you.
hula.
Wow. Don't love everyone, Cole. So mean.
Oh, also, 24, whatever that person's name is. Uh, who do you think fought for the rights to even have an LGB alliance or whatever? It was trans women who threw the first brick, or it was actually a trans man. Interestingly enough, pretty cool. But at Stonewall, it started as a riot. The trans people were the ones fighting. They started the fights. They were always the ones fighting the cops. And then the LGB alliance fucking betrayed them, threw them at the wayside, and are cowardly spineless, traitorous fucks.
Have you seen weasels, man? They're basically spineless. Let me tell you.
Was it really trans women who started the LGB?
What?
Was it really trans women who started the LGB?
It was trans people who started like the queer liberation movement.
What the hell? Okay, so LGBT, right? It's been that, and now I'm looking at it, and there's L2S LGBTQIA plus. Like, how many more letters are you
Two
gonna
spirit,
add?
lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans,
What the hell is two
queer.
spirited? I thought you guys don't believe in God.
So it's an
Religious
indigenous,
now?
it's a Native American indigenous belief. It's actually it's actually more of a cluster of a bunch of different beliefs about having multiple spirits within the same body. It's something that like it's one of the few groups that kind of you can't fit into if you're not within, like if you're not raised within like Native American culture, or you don't get into Native American culture, just simply due to the religious factor of it, or the at least like not even religious, but like spiritual factor about it.
I wasn't even being racist. I didn't know that it
Yeah,
belonged
it's
to indigenous people. It's just spirits. I don't like spirits. Spirits can go away. Leave me alone. Because what if they want to attack me? There's bad spirits, good spirits. I've been attacked by a spirit before. Not gonna lie, it wasn't a pleasant experience.
Just
I had to
FYI, there are trans individuals who are religious. Just because you are a trans individual or part of the LGBT. Oh my god, I can't speak today. Um, anyways, but yeah, I know plenty of individuals who have a plethora of religious beliefs. Um, I don't even know that I'm not even sure that there's a data to indicate that it's dominated by atheism itself.
Yeah, lots of the trans people I know here are like
what? Mennonite trans? What?
Mennonites.
Okay, it's just the
At least
two
60% of the people I know who are trans in this city are like from Mennonite
Oh,
colonies.
okay, yeah.
It's actually like fascinating.
Are they still Mennonites though? That's the question I have, because I don't know what I know about Mennonites is that they like often aren't the most accepting of people at
Yeah,
times.
most of them are still religious.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Okay. The two SLGBTQIA plus, like they're probably gonna add more letters, not gonna lie. But it can be quite ridiculous with this whole
That's what the plus
non-binary
is
stuff.
for. Your ignorance is not an argument against our existence.
I don't
Okay,
think.
but the non-binary stuff is like very confusing and a bit weird to me because in the UK, Cynthia Erivo has been voted the Man of the Year for a magazine, while she's non-binary and queer. So what's going on here? Is she a man?
So
Is she a woman?
you're
Is she non-binary?
misgendering them
She's
then?
non-binary, Cynthia Erivo,
They're
but then she is
non-binary?
fine with being called Man of the Year, and that's problematic for so many reasons. Because
Gender
in
is bullshit. The
Western
British are
culture, there
stupid. They
is this
colonized the world and destroyed
masculinization of black women for
indigenous
some
gender
reason.
concepts.
Huh?
Gender is not binary. The British colonized the world and like tried their best to genocide and stomp out indigenous gender concepts.
Let's be realistic here, Astrid. They did a really good job at it too. They were quite successful at it, unfortunately, because of bringing Western diseases and just going, here, have this disease. This will take out your population. Oops.
Yeah, gender is just sexist stereotypes. You know, when we think of
It's
a
not.
woman,
It's not. It's not.
I mean, like
To say that means you know nothing about anthropology. Like,
it's a
gender as
social
an
construct.
anthropological concept is so fascinating. And then you people just, like, try to simplify it and dumb it down so much that you can use it in your silly little fucking, like, talking points.
if you look at like Native American,
It,
like even if you look at like Native American ideas on gender, even within like this like what we'd consider like a cisgender, their ideas of identity are very different than like the Western worlds. There's a wide variety of like how different cultures see identity and who they are, and things such as and how things such as sex play into that. And it's really hard to like it's a lot to take in if you don't know about it that much, and it takes a long time to really understand it. But it is just simply the fact that people don't always, we spread all over the planet as humans and came up with huge number of cultures that we found our own ways of doing things, and it's none of them are right or wrong. It's just that we're different and we have different beliefs.
Yeah, but there's different beliefs, and some of them are wrong. Like, some of them are wrong.
Like the
I'm
British.
not saying that Native Americans believing in two spirits in one person is necessarily wrong.
But
There are cultures that have wrong practices, wrong beliefs. Like in Papua New Guinea, they like to.
How are you fucking wrong about your own expression of gender?
Oh, if you're talking about gender, I thought
How
we were
is that?
talking about anthropology.
This is like when you ask a question like, "What's your favorite color?" and I answer blue, and you're like, "You're fucking wrong."
Nuh-uh.
No, I thought you were talking about anthropology. That's why I was saying
you
that.
don't know what anthropology is, don't you?
Well,
It's the study.
I've heard of it. I've spoken to
You've heard of it?
anthropologists.
Oh!
I
I've
took
spoken to
anthropology in
anthropologists
college.
before.
Woohoo!
And also,
pretty
it's
fascinating.
quite a useless degree. Like, I'm not even trying to be rude. Like, there are people getting degrees in gender studies and stupid things like that. We should like, if you're gonna get a degree, don't waste your money, unless you
Capitalism
have
is
money
horseshit.
to waste.
Fuck your capitalistic mindset.
You demonizing
Capitalism is
someone
what
learning
makes
about
you
something that you don't
able to
know
express
is
yourself. I know
icing
you
on
guys
the fucking cake.
That's so
you guys
cute that
hate
you think that.
America. You like want to go and be a communist or whatever. I
Don't
don't know
insult me, I'm
you.
not American.
You're not American, you're Canadian or whatever, I don't know. Australian, maple syrup, I don't know. But yeah, so you guys hate capitalism, but you guys are thriving under it. I've spoken to some 70-year-old people, like this 70-year-old Hungarian woman specifically. She is always talking about how she was oppressed under communist Hungary. Why are you playing it?
Quiet now.
You guys are so dumb. You guys are fat and you eat cake for breakfast and you have school
I think
shooting
their
with
families
gas.
happen to be
Like you have
rich
school shooting with gas.
owners for the some
School
reason.
shooting on the 14th of December. You should be ashamed of your country. You're playing this nationalistic anthem celebrating America as if America is a good place. You guys literally have school shooting. Elementary school shooting. Get help, y'all. Please, get help.
Do you think that was the American anthem?
I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know. Trumpets and yes. It's not even good music. It's just annoying. Why do you like this kind of music?
Oh, I don't. I just found it funny as shit. Do you know what that even is?
Scared to see your playlist.
Do you know what anthem that is?
I have no idea.
Holy shit on education. It's the national anthem of the USSR. Do you
Not education. How will it benefit me to know what anthem that is? Can you explain how that would benefit me?
it's a little like
Like a fucking idiot.
yeah.
Place that anthem, I put my I start smiling. Like, why would I care what
Capitalism's only like 250 years old, and it has destroyed the entire
It's
planet's
not common
ecosystem.
sense. You don't need to know this information.
You don't need to know this information.
Yeah.
You're so anti-intellectual, you fucking bigots. You're just like,
It's not
don't think so
intellectualism.
hard about it. You don't have to think about it. Just think thought-terminating cliches and kill people for no reason.
Why are you talking about the unalivement of people? What's that got to do with anything?
Well,
What do you think you're doing?
ignorance does.
Ignorance unalives people.
No, it
Ignorance leads to
doesn't.
hate. Ignorance leads to fear. Fear leads to hatred. Hatred leads to fucking violence.
Because I was talking
You
to
did-
some white
Hell
person.
yeah, Yoda.
Well, now I'm here.
Ava.
Yeah. So
Are
like,
you
why are
ready?
you okay with like being anti-intellectual
I'm
and
not.
fucking ignorant?
It's just I'm saying you don't need to know what anthem that is.
Well, what do we need to know?
You need to know
She's a
science.
bootlicker.
You
She
need to
doesn't
know
know that-
maths.
What do we
you
need to? Do I need to know how to lick fucking boots?
You need to know science, maths, English.
Okay, cool. I know
geography.
some science. I know some science. Hold on. Do you think philosophy is important?
Um,
Do you think it's
not
important
really.
to learn how to like think critically? I think that's
Yes,
important.
yeah.
Do you think that's important?
Critical thinking, of
Yeah,
course.
critical thinking is part of philosophy.
Not really.
So philosophy is
Philosophers have
yeah,
a
that
lot of
actually is
time on their
philosophy.
hands.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. What do you? Hold on. I've taken critical
You like
thinking
science,
courses.
but anthropology, that's not important? The science
Anthropology is a
that
science, by the way.
Yeah.
People have way too much time on their hands to be doing things like anthropology, honestly. Gender studies, too much
Oh my
time.
god,
Too much time.
anthropology is such an important thing. That's how we analyze dead bodies, for heaven's sakes. Like literally that's how we find out how people have died. Also,
Well, that's
Stokes,
archaeology,
I
but
I have a request. You did the you
Wow.
did the anthem you did the anthem thing. I have a thing with loud noises, so next time can you like give a
Oh,
warning?
yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It's a trauma. It's a trauma response, and I know most people don't think. But like that kind of caught me off guard with just loud music out of nowhere.
No, I have
You're
the
the kind of person to be walking on the streets with a speaker in your hand. So annoying,
No,
honestly.
I'm not actually. I am in fact autistic. I like to hide in the shadows and hiss at the lights. I in fact I am very much antisocial. Somebody says, "Oh, you want to go to the social event?" I'm like, "Nah, fuck that. I don't want to go on that. You want to go on a cruise with us? No, because that involves socializing with people. Fuck that."
Maybe you should change. Socializing makes you have social skills.
Yeah, but I'm
Not antisocial. That is a very specific term.
well, I understand, but like I'm antisocial in the sense that like I don't like socializing.
Do you
No,
use
I know what you
Discord?
mean.
Yeah. I know what like antisocial personality disorders are. Yeah, no, I'm not on the I don't have a category a disorder that involves like antisocial like disorders. So,
Let's not de-evolve, please.
I mean, I don't know, you did.
don't pretend like you've said
I
anything of
didn't
value.
de-evolve. You know, if the world restarted, there would be no space
Wait, do you
for.
even believe in evolution?
I do actually.
Yeah. Wait,
It
and
could.
you don't take anthropology seriously?
Not really.
That's a part of what the fuck?
Because I haven't
You
studied
don't
it in
take the
detail.
Wait,
study of
you
You know,
haven't studied it, so
culture
therefore
and
you don't take it seriously?
society.
That's ridiculous.
yeah.
I haven't studied like world literature, but I still take world literature seriously.
People have too much
I haven't
time.
studied quantum mechanics, but I still take that seriously.
Quantum mechanics matters. World literature really doesn't. People who get an English degree.
Literature doesn't fucking matter? What?
I mean,
What?
The study
people
of
have
human
too much
society
time
and
on their
culture
hands
doesn't
to be
matter?
writing
Are you
away.
anti-reading too? Are you
No,
anti-reading?
I read all the time. I read books like
You
weekly.
said literature doesn't matter though.
Harry
You don't think
Potter?
literature
Is that
matters to
what
you?
you read?
This
You
is
read
the
Harry
problem
Potter over
about
and over
me when
again?
it comes to these
I'm so
books.
confused by your
I
mindset,
hate
lady.
fiction
Wait, lady,
books.
I'm actually confused by your mindset. You said
I've
you
hated
read,
fiction books since I was a
huh?
kid. I only read non-fiction books.
You only read non-fiction books. You know literature
Over
encompasses
and over again?
non-fiction too, right?
Yeah, it's
Have you ever
just
heard of
when it comes
academic
to
literature?
fiction books, they're so annoying to me. I only read fiction books that have
Like the Bible.
impacted society, like 1984 and Fahrenheit 451 and Naught
Oh
What
wow,
for
look at you.
example?
Look at you.
What?
Someone didn't have reading comprehension.
Yeah, someone didn't process either one of those books. Wow.
For real.
Well, you guys love
Are you
communism
being
and
serious
stuff.
right now?
Why do you hate capitalism? We're
Oh wait,
living
what?
in
Why?
it.
Why do you?
System
No,
ever
no, no.
created? It's literally founded on the suffering and exploitation of the lower class by the working class, by
People
the
have
ruling
suffered
class.
more under communism.
It's literally just slavery with a DLC.
Yeah, so
People have died under
People who lived under
communism.
communism and they suffered. Honestly, they suffered.
It's
I
a propaganda vomit.
Also, just to
Especially
bring
people
this
who
back
were.
to the original subject, you know what medical anthropology is? This is a study in which helps us be able to tell how medicine, nursing, and like public health, how those interventions like succeed. Anthropology overcrosses with biology, with psychology, with sociology, with archaeology, with linguistics, with economics, with political science. It has majorly shaped this modern world, so you just look like a dumbass saying that.
Linguistic anthropology proves that the concept of two gender system is like extremely young and only started around like colonialism. Most societies did not have such a strict binary. by their language, by their like cultural artifacts, by their burials. It's actually very fascinating, but you don't care. You don't care about
Also,
learning things.
this is a bit of a controversial opinion of mine, yeah. But the LGBTQIA plus often have I know you guys you do not like Charlie Kirk. You say he's hateful and stuff.
Charlie Kirk got what he got.
I disagree with some of the things he
He
said.
got what he got. No,
Yeah,
no, no,
but
no. Not
then-
only that. Not only that. Not only that. Hold on, lady.
He said some deeply ironic things.
He got what he asked for. That motherfucker.
No one
Everyone,
deserves
hold on,
to be
hold on. That
unalived.
motherfucker said some POP unalivings would be worth it if it meant
No
keeping
one
the Second
should be
Amendment.
unalived,
That
in
would
my
include
opinion.
him. That would include him. That would include him. That would include him. So he got what he wanted.
No one should
So
be
he got what he
unalived.
wanted. He got what he got.
Yeah, but do you support?
No,
the
no,
sh-
No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on.
Wait, no. Hold on. Do you disagree with me, Hula?
I'm saying no one deserves that.
No, I'm not saying he deserved it. I'm saying he got what he asked for. Do you agree with me or not?
Yeah, but still, it's still wrong.
Hold on. Did he get what he asked? Hold on. No, I'm
He
asking
had
a
a
simple.
right
Hold on.
to
Right? No, please, for the fucking fuck. I'm asking you a simple fucking question. Did he get what he asked for or did he not?
No, he didn't ask to be unalived.
He did ask for it, by the way. I quoted him directly. He said some unalivings would be worth it if it meant keeping the Second Amendment. That some would include him.
Okay.
So yes, he asked for it. He got what he got.
Okay,
He
but
got
so
what he
you
asked
guys
for.
are like,
He was a Nazi, so I don't care
he
if he dies.
deserved it. He was a
No,
No, no, no, no, no, no, no. We,
No, I agree with that, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying he got what he asked for.
Okay.
yeah, we all agree that like
A lot of views that are
Even though I think he deserved it.
same views of people who live in countries like Palestine, yeah. But
Don't
you guys
you fucking
often
put
have
Palestine's name in your fucking mouth, you scum.
what? What are you saying? Why? Okay,
Say
but
they're
could you
gonna
let me
you're gonna
finish
say
my
that
sentence?
Palestinians throw queer people off roofs? That's bullshit. There's groups of trans people who've been murdered by Israel because they're trans. They've targeted hospitals and prisons that are holding trans people. They're just to kill them. And there are groups of trans people advocating for Palestine. So don't fucking your colonizer mouth.
Kirk denied
your
Palestine, by the
fucking
way.
mouth.
Kirk denied
Muslim,
the
would you
existence
agree?
of Palestine.
Palestinians are majority Muslim, would you agree?
Hula.
ooh, where are we?
The person that I live with is a Christian Palestinian who works in psychiatric care, who consistently affirms trans identities and in that they are who they are.
It's
Shut the fuck up
People
about
living in
about
Palestine.
Palestinian people, because I personally know and appreciate the ethnic diversity in which does coexist within Palestine. You know nothing about that place, so shut up.
yeah,
Why do you guys get so defensive of people who they don't really like?
Genocide by a colonial settler.
yeah, hold on. I'm gonna let's hold on. No, 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 no. Stop. No, this is just I don't think you understand the position clearly. It's that people, nobody wanted Kirk to die. Nobody thinks that his death was right. It was ironic in some sense that he basically, in some sense, that we were celebrating the end of hatred from him. But I would say that a lot of people. I don't think anybody.
Shut up. Wait, what host? Was that you talking?
Yeah, I was talking. Yeah, so
Host was talking.
I think all of us would agree that even like if you're still celebrating his death, that's deeply wrong. It is somebody's life we're talking about here. A life is a life. It shouldn't matter if you agree with them or not. Killing people is just fucking wrong. I might not agree with Palestinians on everything, or people in Israel about everything, but it's clear that people need to stop killing each other. It's not accomplishing anything. And when one side is committing a lot of the violence, I think it's really easy to point and say, hey, we need to stop this when it can be stopped.
I just want to point out that I don't think it's wrong for like marginalized communities who were directly impacted by that motherfucker to celebrate. Like,
oh, yeah, it's...
I mean, like, this is a thing that people disagree with me on, but I don't think it's wrong to celebrate when evil people die. I'm sorry. Like, were the Jewish people and the Romanis, like, were they wrong? And all the people talking about the Holocaust, were they wrong when they celebrated Schmittler being unaliving? I don't think they were wrong for that.
Well, I think they didn't actually know much about it at the time. We learned a lot about the Holocaust after the fact, unfortunately.
Yeah. Kirk denied Palestine existed, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck him. Yeah, good riddance.
I believe free Palestine
From the
too.
river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
I believe free Palestine too, but I do acknowledge that they do not like your community. A lot of them.
Okay, hey.
These are not mutually.
So most of the people in America don't like me either. I wouldn't want them to be violently G-sided.
Yeah. It's about
Psychopath.
It's about showing humanity to people. It's that I can disagree with somebody, but that doesn't mean I want them dead. I can support somebody's right to life and be against genocide, but disagree. And
I've ever met has been the most caring, like understanding and accepting person.
I think we.
Government of their state is like homophobic or transphobic doesn't mean every single fucking person who lives there is homophobic or transphobic or whatever.
It's
like y'all make this inference because y'all can't actually make fucking inferences.
And we could make an argument that this government actually doesn't represent
yeah.
the individuals within.
There's that too.
Right. Not only this, I can actually separate two things. I can understand that I'm not a fan of religious fundamentalism in any regard, and that changes the way that people think to be and act in certain ways. And I can acknowledge that it doesn't mean that I want them to unalive. And I can also understand that when you are in a place of survival, that religious fundamentalism is of utmost importance to actually just cope with your daily life. So I can understand all of these things at once. Hula, you don't seem to be able to think outside of just your concrete um, a, thought.
Oh, I do. I am.
And that's fine. Then you just need to acknowledge that concrete thought is going to inevitably lead you to being a bad person. Like that is the determination of concrete thought.
Okay, well, I know that like the LGBTQIA plus, not all of them, but some of them don't like Christians, a lot of them. But then when they see and hear Muslims and stuff, they're like, "Oh, we love you guys, coming to America," but they don't like you guys, and they come with.
This is just.
Oh my god, you're like all the things. You just want to check off the box on bigotry. It's not a to-do list.
It's not bigotry.
Yes, it is.
It kind of is.
Wait, Hula. Wait, Hula. If it's not bigotry, are you willing to have your mind changed?
When it comes to Muslims coming to America and UK, I don't mind them coming at all.
No. Answer my question. Hold on, wait. Why do you do that? That fucking pisses me off. No,
just.
I'm explaining.
Well, can you just answer my question directly?
I don't think what I'm thinking.
Because it doesn't seem like you're actually
harmful.
open to changing your mind about stuff.
Are you open to changing your mind?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Yes, I am open to changing my mind, but you have to give me a good fucking reason to change my mind.
Okay. Well, when it comes to Muslims coming to America and UK, they often like there's literally a video of this imam giving
Holy shit.
This imam in Birmingham in the UK giving instructions step by step on how to stone women to unalivement. You can.
Hey, would you describe yourself as Islamic?
If
the
you
Bible
search up
literally
right
has
now,
no Hula. The Bible has instructions on how to stone women to death.
Hey, the Bible has
I'm
instructions on how to
aware of
enslave
that.
people.
I'm aware of that. But
Islam and Christianity are the same religion. They worship the same God. They follow almost all the same rules.
I would disagree with you when
They're not the same religion, but they're very similar.
They're very similar. I would agree with.
They worship the same God. They don't have the same rules. The Torah, Jewish people, and Christianity, technically, if you look at the book, do have the same rules. But Islam thinks that the Bible is is corrupted, but they believe in the individuals within the Bible. So that just
Most of the rules in like Leviticus and stuff are like almost identical to the stuff in the Quran. Though.
Yeah, I've read it.
I'm just trying to get a better understanding.
They have a lot of overlap. They do.
So, like, is hula like Islamophobic or like? I'm
That
trying to.
word doesn't
Probably.
mean anything. I don't have an irrational fear towards
Gee,
Muslim
that
people.
doesn't.
What
I
that
hate
means.
Islam, but I don't hate Muslims.
Wait, hold on, hold on. Would it be racist to
Hate so much. The
s-
people of the religion, they're just people, you know. But they are following something that I hate. But I don't hate them.
You hate Christians?
They tend to be like. No, I don't hate sorry, Christians. No,
Oh, why not?
because churches, they do
Christianity has
evangelize.
caused more harm than Islam has.
Well,
Not even
Christians
fucking
like
close.
Abraham Lincoln and stuff, they did abolish the slave trade, which is a very
They
good
started the
thing.
fucking slave trade.
the
They started the.
Hula?
What the fuck are you talking about?
They're fucking Christians on both sides of the slave trade. They're Christians all over on the Civil War.
Following the Bible.
Bible?
Huh? Not all Christians are following the Bible. They're not following Jesus. And
Jesus
those
was
are the
okay with
people.
slavery.
Jesus
And those are the
affirmed the
people.
Torah, Hula. He said in Matthew 5:17, "I did not come to abolish the law. I came to fulfill
Yeah.
until
Jesus
not a
didn't
jot,
condemn slavery.
not a jot or a tittle of the law will be erased until heaven and earth pass away. Heaven and earth are not passed away." He was a first century Jewish man. He affirmed the Torah.
He did say that all people are equal, like slave master.
No.
You
Wait,
order
wait, wait, wait,
them.
wait, 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 wait. All people are equal slave.
In
A li-
Slave and
all people are
master.
equal in
You
Christ.
all are one, I think.
All individuals are equal in Christ. He did not break apart the patriarchy and say that slavery is wrong. He affirmed Exodus 25 or Exodus 21, Leviticus 22 through 44. He affirmed all the law. In fact, the law is great because he is affirming the Lord. Like, I could quote you so many scriptures. In fact, this is what I mainly debate, Hula. I don't think you want to debate me on the Bible.
Yeah,
I didn't really come to talk about the Bible, but when it comes to Muslim people, they often have views that can be quite harmful. They want women to cover up
single
every
view you
inch of their
have.
body.
this is
This is dumb. Like, the
Yeah,
fact
but
is
Muslims
that
wear
in
hijabs, and
fact, so
hijabs are harmful.
there are like 2 billion Muslim women or 1 billion Muslim women in the world. The act of wearing a burqa, or any act of covering up should be of the consent of the woman. This is the same issue within any especially within the Abrahamic fundamentalism, is that when they disavow choice, which
Yeah,
happens
but the
within all of them. And in fact, when you look in the United States, a lot of our domestic T group organizations are religious fundamentalism in the Christian aspect. When you look at the harm, why we have 34 states that have child marriage still intact, is because of Christian fundamentalism. When you look at the act of indoctrination, the lack of critical thinking, which inevitably harms people, it is because of Christian fundamentalism. When you look at a massive amount of war, it's because that Britain thought, in Spain and France, all thought that their rights of kingship and the ability to do whatever they want came from the Christian God. It is unsubstantially and objectively true that Christianity has caused a massive amount of harm to individuals all over the world.
That was Christianity.
Okay, well, I was talking about the covering of women and how, like, within the Islamic community, the more they cover, the more
That's one of the
the more
laws that
wealth
that
they
is in
have.
the Bible.
wait. What? Why you seem to care about restricting freedoms on individuals and saying that this is a wrong thing to teach, but then with transgender, there seems to be a disconnect here in your ideals. I'm just realizing that this is like deeply.
I realized it. These people are just like inconsistent. They're just deeply inconsistent.
Okay, well, I've spoken enough to people. Good day to
Hey,
you.
um should children like get to learn about like the LGBTQ community?
Just that they exist. Yeah. These people around, there are people who they've changed their genders. I would tell my child that. I mean, I wouldn't say it like that. I would say there are lesbians, there are gay people, and there are people who like trans people as well. But I would advise them to stay away from drag queens. Not gonna lie.
What the fuck?
What do drag queens have to do with trans people? What the
I,
fuck?
Wait, why? Why? What is drag queen?
I just disconnected them. I'm not. I don't want to go back down that rabbit hole.
I've talked to that person before, and like, are they serious? Like,
Yes, they are.
I would tell them to read a book, but I don't think that they would understand it.
I've talked to Hula many times, and yes, they are 100% serious. They don't believe in scientific stuff that you give them. She won't take you on anything, and she's 100% serious in what she says. Not like a troll. She's 100% serious.
oh wow, that's interesting. Because I asked her if she would be willing to change her mind on anything, and she wouldn't fucking answer me directly. So we all know the answer to that question, which
No,
just
she's
proves my point that she's a fucking bigot.
no, she is, and like she's extremely hypocritical because when I wasn't up here, but when they were talking to her about like she's like I don't believe in medical this that and the other, yet then proceeds to say medical this that and the other with sex and other things. She's extremely hypocritical.
I
By
think
the way, I just want to say I didn't mean to. I misspoke. I didn't mean to say that they're the same religion. I wasn't
Oh,
meaning to, like equate
They're,
them.
yeah, you're good. I understand what you meant.
I apologize. That's just a subject that I frequent, like quite often. I don't mean to like correct in like a rude way. If I did, I apologize. I
No, no,
probably
no. If I say something wrong, I would prefer to be corrected because I don't want to say wrong things. So thank you. I just wanted to apologize because it was a
They
little
have the
misleading.
same like foundation, I
Yeah.
guess, right? Abraham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Abraham, they're an Abrahamic religion. But I just want to say for the one thing that I've learned about doing these TikTok debates is that like we're not really going to likely change the mind of the individual on the panel, but I've taken away that people in the audience are either they're going to like after listening to an individual like this speak, hopefully will come back with the fact that this individual is not acting rationally. They have incongruencies in their thoughts, and hopefully that will help at least kind of etch away at the internalized like homophobia, the internalized transphobia, the internalized aspects. And I think it does another thing of, you know, making individuals who are a part of the community that may not feel heard know that someone else is out there is willing to come up and stick up for the fact that they are valid. So I've been away from the side of the debate scene, so I just wanted to say that I appreciate you all.
Sorry for leaving abruptly. No, I had my auto insurance was calling regarding my accident.
Cool.
It was determined that I am not liable.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Also, oh my god, I fucking hate having to speak with Hula every time.
Oh, she came up extremely confident that she's always right, and then
Yeah, no, I heard. I've been here
she had
since the
conversations
start.
with us, especially me, and I'm going to toot my own horn here, and because I was providing evidence for my claims, and she was like, well, she started wavering, and then she wasn't so confident about how she was being right, and she even admitted that she could possibly be wrong.
Yeah, but the thing is, just Hula in general is always like this, and then consistently up on panels over and over, arguing the same point in a different way.
She is not the intellect that she thinks she is, and she's trying to equate or make this whole conspiracy that Tuskegee experiments, therefore we should never trust any medical or scientific institution. Then she can't engage in good faith.
I mean, you shouldn't trust it outright, sure, but
Be
maybe
a skeptic.
look into
I'm
it.
okay with skepticism.
Exactly, but look into it. It's not that hard. There's a difference between skepticism and absolute lunatic like behavior
It's delusion
and
at that point.
anti-intellectualism. Yeah,
It's straight up
Really?
delusion at that point. They
You
say we're the
wouldn't
delusional ones, but the cult's coming from within.
Yes, Summer, you're so delusional. You're definitely not in reality at the moment using science and facts.
Well,
Outside of
I'll be
reality,
damned.
that.
she wouldn't
Well,
know
I'll be
what
damned then.
she wouldn't know what data was if like it slapped her in the face. Like it is that like she wouldn't know how to analyze or even look at the data um at all. And I don't mean that in like a degrading way. It's a constant problem within especially the American education system that people are not trained to look at and critically think about uh, why we know things. Just the simple question of like you know something, how do you know that's true? And it's a travesty. like I,
Well,
that,
and like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but she
Oh, sorry, go on.
was displaying that she was not listening to me on several occasions, including a time where I said something. She started going off on something. I asked her to repeat what I just said, and she couldn't do it.
I mean,
No, no, no. The host was literally playing the USSR anthem, and she just kept talking.
Yeah, it was hilarious. The dissonance was clear.
To be
you need
fair,
to clip that clip,
I was
Keith.
in a phone call with my insurance because I had a car accident.
No, it's all good.
Oh,
That is so clippable. I hope you clip that.
I can clip it after the fact.
Summer, what was your thoughts on Nate getting pissed off at being pinged by followers apparently over
I hope he
100
keeps
times
getting
in less
pinged.
than 24 hours, and then when he finds out I'm British, he crashed out.
My con- my I'm either happy for him or my condolences to him, whichever is funnier.
That clip is just like, buddy,
Because I watched that clip and he just crashing out on you for using his words against him.
do you denote to being legless? Fucking crashes out.
Yeah.
I did it on another account as well, and he got so fed up. I've got another clip of it.
I'm convinced that the denoting part is just talking about external genitalia at this point.
no!
Like just 100%. It's talking about what you're externally born with. That's what they're talking about. That is what they mean by denoting. They simply do not care otherwise.
Well, they don't engage in good faith, especially regarding the W path, because the W path discerns the difference between children and adolescents, and they will not separate children and adolescents. So they try to make this moral argument against W path because all minors are children, and then
Yeah,
they
that's
appeal to the moral
ridiculous.
fallacy because children.
Yeah, I could also just make them like it'd almost be like you could force them to try to like justify the ought claim, which it's very funny. Nobody, I mean, most people can't justify why we ought to do things. It's kind of a cheap move, but it's also a silly move. Yeah.
Well, that's the odd fallacy, but yeah.
Well, you get to run into this ought fallacy often. So
Yeah, but I mean, just remember, you denote to being legless.
I feel like Murphy, you're acting, reaching again with your bull. Hmm.
I denote to being that bitch.
I grant that. No. Holy shit! Somebody who has a keyboard as loud as me.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
that's literally me because I'm working.
Oh my god. Summer, do you remember when we got called keyboard warriors earlier, even though we were using voice? So I just walked up to my keyboard and went, okay, right, my voice is
Yeah,
literally
that was
keyboard, listen to my eyes.
wasn't that on Willow's live? Was that here or was that on Willow's live?
Willows.
Okay.
I need to buy an obnoxiously clicky keyboard just for the lulz, just to troll people when they say my keyboard's loud. Just simply to do that.
Mechanical typewriter keyboard because that'll be much louder. Like for mine is like creamy clicks. The only reason it's so loud is because I have nails.
I have Cherry MX Browns. So
I have creamy click
I like browns a lot because they're tactile, so you can actually feel it. They don't feel mushy like linear switches. But I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Well, I'll give you just I'll show you mine quickly here. So like for me, it's like
Yeah.
this is just a regular. This is just a regular click sound, but it's just because of my nails.
Yeah. Yeah. That would do it.
Can I breathe? Don't die. Oh my god.
Jesus fucking.
I turned up my bike for that one.
Sounds like me and my fucking. I don't work with computers that much right now, but God, that brings me back to fucking typing class.
Why is 92% memory being used? Holy crap.
What?
Hmm?
When I first
Most
used
computers
computer
just
as a
laugh.
kid, I was using just one index finger to type, and my dad said, "Do not ever do that again." It was very
Oh.
angry. Question: do you guys like my dick pic?
What? Oh, fuck
Dick
off.
pic.
Oh, why?
What's wrong?
I'm going to end stream over that. I think. I think that's it.
You're gonna end it because of a dick pic. Wow.
Yep.
Stop being. Wow. So scared.
Yeah, I think I am.